Right, so I found these pictures in the archives. Right, so I'm just one of those people that if I want to do something, I do it properly and I research it to the best of my ability. So when the Geelbek, you eat the Geelbek for the first time, it's a moving shell. He's either moving north or he's moving south. If there's small ones with him, he's moving north. If it's just big ones, then they're going towards the sardines. So it's a little bit difficult to establish exactly what they are doing. But once the first sardine shoal came through about a week ago, I saw 9 pockets coming. That's when we hit our first. We actually went to target Geelbek and we were successful. Otherwise, the current wasn't nice for us to be able to fish. So once this first shoals has bypassed us, you'll find people fish at the same spot the whole time. Those are not the same shoals. It's shoals that move in the whole time. Constantly the shoals are moving in and moving. They move at approximately a speed of 5 kilometers a day. And depending on how much food there is for them to eat, next shoal will move in and so forth. The big importance with these things is they like their eggs. So, obviously there's a lot of bait fish that accumulates there. So before the start, you start looking for your French madams. You start looking for your mackerel, which area you've been pest with mackerel. I mean, this year we've been pest Belito, we've been pest in a deep 70 meters and deeper than 70 meters. It was just mackerel, So your fish is going to come through that area on the way back. Normally they come up. When they come up, they come shallow. I haven't been very successful in following that pattern, but successful in following them coming down. They come down in a deeper reefs. When they come down, I like fishing that. But then when you start fishing wrecks, it is very important to know each and every wreck, and you've got to know exactly what they look like. So I'm going to give you an idea of some of the reefs that we've got here. Then you can see what we've got. Let me just turn this around. Now that one there is a cargo vessel. You can see that one. That one is one I never fish because it is just you get stuck on it. So this is 74. This is 74 fathoms. So this is your north direction. So you know exactly how the ship is, where this ship is focusing. You understand? So what you want to do is you want to fish a lot. You don't want to fish on top of it. You want to bring your boat down this way, alongside it, or this side, along it. So when you choose a wreck, you need to know how each and every wreck, which way it points. Stern to bow. So you know which current to fish each and every wreck. This one here is just a little bump. Now that's 55. That's on the northern side of the dump area on the outside. 55 fathoms. That one I'm not going to even tell you what it is. This one here, north to south, 2 pieces of wreck. So the Geelbek would sit, you can run this way. I always run in between it. I never run this way with it. If I run, then I'll run just this portion. There's a hollow that the Geelbek will go and sit in, right? This one is there. This one is a submarine. This is the Otis 54, right? Now she lies on her. You will fish with a a either east to west or west to east current, because you want to drift that way. You don't want to go across. Your line's just going to get stuck on it. So that's basically the way that you need to look at your reefs. There's another one that we actually got, which is the warship. But I'll have a look for that picture of the warship. It's like these Navy vessels that we've got here by us, you know. It's got the tower and everything like that, and that one actually lays with a keel to the south and a railing to the north. So a south to north drift on that one is very nice, because on the northern side of this one, just before you get the tower, it makes a big hole there, and the Geelbek goes and lie inside that hole. So when you've got an advanced fishing group with you, you know, then you can explain to them, guys, you're going to hit the wreck, and then just come up a little bit, 3 seconds, 4 seconds, and then drop down again, just to bring it over the railing. Once you're over the railing, you drop it down, and you continue releasing line. You know, so each and every wreck has got its own way how you will fish it. You know. The Geelbek, major time for them is an hour before high tide to an hour after high tide. You know. Now, this comes in with a situation that I explained to you about the pressure. If you've got a rising pressure and you've got a high tide, you've got extremely good conditions, right? But if you've got a rising pressure and a lowering tide, the tide going lower, right? They can cancel each other out. You understand? And the fish won't eat. So you've got to understand that concept, that some people will say, but you're wrong with the pressure and so forth. But the pressure and the tide will go hand in hand. You know what? So Luna hasn't worked that one completely out. You know, to be able, if they can establish what the difference between the density of water and pressure is, then yeah, they will be much more successful on that. It is theoretically they're right in what they are saying with the moon phase and everything like that, but you've got to combine the pressure change and so forth for that day as well, you know, to be able to be absolute accurate. Coming back to the slingers, that covers about the Geelbek run and so forth. Coming back to your slingers and your movable fish, as I said, that's, you get them on all depths and so forth. One day you'll find them, and then the next day you don't find that shell at that particular place. If you're looking for that shell, you've got to apply the situation pressure. If the pressure decreased, they will be shallower, so you look for the same shell shallower. Geelbek, they tend to stay more or less on the same what's name. You can see on their body, their stomachs are quite soft, so they will take a certain amount of pressure, and they will come off the ground. If it's the declining pressure, you find your Geelbek and you find them nicely on your fish finder. If it's increasing pressure, you won't even pick him up on your fish finder. He's part of the ocean floor. You know, you must just believe that he's there. Then they tend to, if the current's going, there's 5 or 6 different reefs that they will go and sit, which looks like, if you've ever dived limestone, you'll know that limestone's got a lot of cracks in it and so forth. And there's a couple of reefs that's got cracks like that, where they will go and lie in and hide away for the current, and then after the current, then they will go around and to these what's name. But also same, they sit on the leeway side of the wreck most of the time. Then the situation when you are targeting a wreck, let me just explain to you on the story, because I found that when I fish the deep wrecks, there will be guys that will fish the deep wrecks, and they will come up to you and they will see what your drift line is. They'll talk to you, but the machine is on, the drift line is on, so they'll get the drift line and then they will follow suit. If you're not fishing deep reefs, most of the people don't know how to fish a deep reef. Now, this is the explanation on a deep reef. Say the current's going this way. You've got your boat here. So the first thing you go is you sound over it and you find the fishes here, right? Now you've marked it. So your first down that you've got to estimate your drift. So on your GPS you will see you start at this point, your lines go down, and you will hit the bottom there. You understand? That is the direction. So this is called your run up. Then your second thing that you need to know is, as a boat is standing here and your fishing rod is out there, right, and your line's running here and this is the water, this distance from there to there, from the top of your rod to the ocean floor, that what might be 2 meters, right? Then you take that imaginary line from there and you measure the distance to there, right? That might be 4 meters, right? Current is going for the day. Because you've got to place your sinker on that position there where the fish is. So you don't want to put your sinker here, you're going to catch the wreck. So you want, immediately when your sinker hits the floor, you've got to be able to put your sinker right on the spot. So if you work this out, it is plain and simple. If you've got a straight drift, then it doesn't matter. But when you are drifting like this, going in that direction, and your lines are running in that direction, right? You've got to work out this angle. It's 1 onto 2. It's 2 meters onto 4 meters. So for every meter down, you need to be 2 meters away. So if you're on 100 meters here, 100 meter depth, and it's 1 onto 2, and your lines are running this way, you need to be 200 meters this way off that spot for your sinker to lay there. So that is placement of your sinker when you are doing a drift. You've got your run up, you've got your direction, which you put your track on, you find your direction and so forth, and then you'll feel it. So you'll do your first run up, your run up will be right, and then you'll find everybody gets stuck. So you know, okay, I've got to go 10 meters this way. So you go 10 meters, next drift you do 10 meters this way. Until you find only one guy in the front of the boat is going fast, or one guy at the back is going fast with the reef, then you know you're just bypassing the reef. Right. And then you pull it past it and so forth. So I don't know if that makes sense to you guys.